okay, is far beyond our expectation.
It's the safest way of owning a house.
My mouth is full of appreciation to Federal Mortgage Bank.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has done well over time to equip its field officers, comprising of zonal and branch officers, to deliver on its mandate. That is why the bank has been able to deepen its mortgage penetration, reaching out to so many Nigerians across all states of the Federation. In this episode of the program, we'll take a look at the efforts of the Plateau State Branch Office and its partnership with the Jos Zonal Office in reaching out to its contributors in the state. And later on, we shall hear from a beneficiary of the individual construction loan how he was able to benefit from the scheme. Good evening and thanks for joining us on another episode of Everyone Deserves a Home. My name is Zulaihat Belagubir, welcoming you to this episode of the program. We'll take a short break, and when we return, the program will begin fully. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We'll now open the episode with highlights of major happenings from the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. In our news lineup, Haman calls on the media for proper reportage of the bank's activities, just as FMBN, FCTA Joint Committee reports on FMBN, FCTA, NHF Home Renovation Loan Reconciliation. Details of these stories coming up shortly. Keep watching.
The Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Madu Hamman, has tasked the media on the need to properly disseminate proper information about the bank to the public. Hamman, who was speaking during a courtesy visit by the Punch newspapers to his office recently, noted that the bank will remain resilient in educating Nigerians of its activities.
Part of the discussions we'll be having as the new team is to say people don't really know much about what Federal Mortgage Bank stands for. Even when they know, it's not exactly the right information that is available to them.
The Managing Director also took time to explain to the team some of the efforts of the bank in delivering affordable mortgages.
We are primarily a wholesale bank for the housing sector. We are not into much of retail. The retail is done by primary mortgage banks. So if you want to apply for mortgage loan from us, you must be an NHF contributor. And for you to contribute, your institution must have opened relationship with Federal Mortgage Bank and be deducting the necessary contribution from the employees and remitting to us.
Speaking on behalf of the visiting team, Adedayo Oketola assured the FMBN of the medium's commitment in partnering with the bank to enlighten the public on the bank's activities. activities.
I have a message from the management of the company to give you the assurance that we are your partner. We'll continue to be your partner. We believe in what you're doing. We want you to be successful, and we also want to maintain the relationship that we have with your organization. And if there are things you think the public should know, you find in us a worthy partner to help tell the world, that you are working very hard here to maintain your mandate and also meet your goal.
Highlight of the visit was a presentation of gifts to the FMBN management. A tripartite technical committee comprising of the FMBN, FCTA, and Infinity Consult, working on the reconciliation of the FMBN, FCTA, FCDA, and HF home renovation loan, has submitted a report to the FCTA following the completion of its work. Executive Director, Business Development and Portfolio Management, Kingsley Chukuma, who spoke at the event, gave a brief of why there was need to set up the committee.
When the issue of non-repayment of refund of the retired staff of FCTA, FCDA was brought to the attention of the new management, we were kind of shocked, because not only is the ministry contributing to the NHF scheme, but also our landlord and host in the federal capital. We quickly approved the formation of the technical committee to find a lasting solution to the lingering problem. We are glad today that the committee has successfully completed its work and is now going to give report of the assignment.
Chairman of the committee and Group Head NHF, Benga Babadi, disclosed that the committee was set up to address issues regarding NHF contributions of staff of the FCTA, saying that the committee had worked and addressed the issues.
Following complaint made by the retired nurses of Federal Capital Territory Administration over the non-payment of their NHF refunds contributed after years of retirement, and letter from the Federal Mortgage Bank requesting a reconciliation of all accounts relating to NHF remittance and non-renovation loan repayments of the organization, a tripartite committee was constituted, made up of 14 members approved by the Permanent Secretary to proffer a lasting solution to this problem.
Also speaking, Acting Permanent Secretary FCTA, Obong Samuel Atang, commended the committee for a timely delivery of work. He assured the FMBN that all recommendations will be critically looked into.
With the presentation of this report and all the solutions proffered, we want to thank God Almighty and to thank all members of the technical committee for this very well done job. We want at this juncture to assure the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria that we will continue to remain strategic partners on issues that affect the welfare of our staff, and want to encourage you to please come out with ideas which in the long run will further improve on the system of remittances and payment of claims by our staff, most especially those ones who have retired.
Zonal Manager FCT Shehu Osidi also called for the establishment of a smaller committee to continue the work in order to avoid future occurrences of such issues.
It's very critical that a smaller committee can continue so that we resolve those issues, so that we will work backward towards addressing the issues of the backlog, so that we can now update people's payment records.
The technical committee was set up in June 2022 and had a 5-week period to deliver its report.
If you're just joining us, you are watching Everyone Deserves a Home. Coming up on the program is Building Blocks, and tonight we will beam our searchlight on the FMBN branch office in Plateau State, where we will see what it is doing for NHF contributors in the state. Don't go away.
The Plateau State Branch Office of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, like other offices of the bank, was set up to serve as a reference point between the bank and its contributors in the states. The branch registers, collects, and manages NHF contributions for the contributors in the states.
Well, our scope and mandates cuts across registration of employees and employers in the organized public and private sector. Then we're also responsible for collection of the National Housing Fund contributions and rendering accounts for all the contributions received. We are also responsible for refunding contributions made by contributions upon retirement, death, or incapacitation of a contributor. We also ensure excellent customer delivery on our products and services. At the same time, we also ensure quality delivery on our projects by ensuring compliance to quality.
Plateau State, which has about 80% compliance to the National Housing Fund scheme, has over 35,000 contributors cutting across both the private and public sectors. The branch office, as part of its duties, is responsible for forming and maintaining partnerships with various stakeholders in the state for optimal delivery of the National Housing Fund. The Zonal Office, as part of its duties, also works with the branch office to ensure a good relationship with its stakeholders.
We have the state government, we have the local government, we have the union, we have also, the various other private organizations. We have the federal MDAs that are based here. So we have a robust relationship with them, and we're collaborating very well.
The various products of the FMBN are all functional in the Plateau State Branch Office. Some products, like the individual construction loan and the home renovation loans, have a very high performance rating. The Jos branch has recorded the highest number of individual construction loan beneficiaries and is doing its best to ensure that more people benefit from the product.
The state government are beneficiary of the home renovation loan. Also, we were able to bring in the local government. Also, they are fully into it, and also other federal government parastatals that their head office are here. Also are also into the scheme. The product speaks for itself, because most of the people that have received, I think, is more on mouth-to-mouth advertisement, because the more we pay, the more response, the more we have more people keying into the project. So the product sells itself on its own without even we going out to do sensitization. It sells itself.
We have the construction loan, which is for individuals who want to build their own homes. We have quite a number of applicants too on the plateau for these schemes.
As part of its effort for better delivery, the Jos branch office, with the support of the Zonal Office, is engaging the informal sector, not just in the state, but in the zone generally, by interacting with them and come up with ways to best meet their various and peculiar housing needs.
When the informal sector was co-opted into our scheme, we were all out to get them involved. And I still remember that this zone was the highest performing in the informal sector. We placed so much emphasis on them, and it was good we did, because quite a number of them were needing that kind of sensitization to understand exactly what we do. When they got to know what we were doing, they were excited and they got involved. So I think at a particular time, we didn't really understand the exact needs, and then they didn't really understand exactly where the FMBN could come in. So what we did was that we had to organize a roundtable meeting with them.
To increase service delivery in the state, efforts are ongoing by the branch to intensify mobilization so that more people can benefit from the various products and services the FMBN offers its contributors.
Are you a low or medium income earner? Are you a contributor to the National Housing Fund? Do you desire a house of your own? Then the FMBN Rent to Own offer is your choice. The FMBN Rent to Own. With zero down payment, you become a tenant in an FMBN funded home and eventually own the property through monthly or yearly rent spread over a 30-year period at only 7% interest. FMBN also operates a non-interest bearing rent-to-own mortgage for Nigerians desirous of non-interest loans. What an opportunity! Interested subscribers are to visit the nearest FMBN office located in all states of the Federation for further information and possibly schedule visits to available houses. Fill necessary documentations and you are on your way to owning a home. FMBN. Everyone deserves a home.
Thanks for watching. Sam Gyang Yakubu is a beneficiary of the individual construction loan. In fact, he's the very first person on the plateau to benefit from this product. Our crew went to visit his house to see just how much he accomplished with the loan he acquired. Let's hear his story.
The payment process is quite flawless.
It was unbelievable because I didn't know that they have such a scheme existing in Nigeria.
Is it true that I will get the house? No, why not? You met all the requirements, so you'll get it.
The joy of ownership is wonderful.
Engineer Sam Gyang Yakubu is the proud owner of this 3-bedroom bungalow located in the heart of Jos City. As a contributor and beneficiary of the National Housing Fund, Sam enjoyed and benefited from a non-regular type of loan, the individual construction loan. The journey for Sam began when his friend told him about the NHF scheme. After learning of the scheme, Sam went to the branch office of the FMBN in Jos to find out more.
I now decided to go further to Federal Mortgage Bank office myself because it's very close to my office. So I now went, and then because I'm also aware that they used to deduct 2.5% out of my salary, and then I have a smaller card. So when I went, they now told me I have to open the account officially with them. I now opened the account officially, and then I took it back to my office so that after every month they will be feeling how much they usually deduct for me. Then I now inquire about the loans. They told me different platforms.
With the information he had, Sam picked the individual construction loan because he had a titled land on which he had already started building.
But the ones that suit me was the construction loan because I had already started developing. And then I was lucky. I bought the land with the title. So, and then I collected the flyers with respect to the construction loan, went through it, took my time, and then was fulfilling the requirements one after the other. I want to believe to a larger extent people think it's impossible. But no, it's not impossible. When you put your mind and you're determined, you can be able to achieve. It's achievable, and then I have been able to also achieve and benefit from the construction loan of the Federal Mortgage Bank.
Sam acquired a loan of 6 million naira only, which he used to do some finishing on his building.
Mortgage will look at your take-home pay every monthly, split it into 3, and then be taking a portion so that you can be able to sustain yourself. So what I was able to get 6 million naira, and then I used it to do some finishing of my house because I had already started developing to an extent. So because of that 6 million naira, I am now staying in my house.
He shares his joy of being a homeowner with us. He says he's no longer bothered with the issues of living in a rented apartment.
I think that is the greatest feeling of a man or of a family, when you own your own home. Now, nobody comes to disturb you that your house rent has finished. You don't have to deal with the noise of being in a rented apartment. These people are fighting here and there. And then when you own your home, I think for me, to a larger extent, it has solved 70% of your problem as a man.
Sam Gyang lauds the NHF scheme and has a call to Nigerians.
Even if you don't work in government, because the law permits is for every Nigerian, I also encourage people, if you have time, you have resources, just open an account with the mortgage bank and be paying small. I know after 6 months you are entitled for any of the packages that you can be able to afford. So it's okay, it's a very, very wonderful program. I would just encourage people once in a while, even if you're not working, go to mortgage bank, open your account, choose a platform that suits you, and then apply for the loan. It's possible, it's achievable, and it's for every Nigerian.
Our question for the week is, what conditions must I meet to get my refund?
The conditions stated by the Act are that you must have attained the age of 60 years, or you must be unable to continue to make continuous contributions into the National Housing Fund scheme. And of course, in the unfortunate event of the demise or the death of the contributor, a next of kin can put up an application for the refund of the contributor's previous contributions, and this is paid to the next of kin. So in every circumstance, FMBN is obligated to make a refund of contributions to the contributor.
The National Housing Fund scheme offers a wide range of products and services to suit the peculiar needs of its various contributors. Why don't you visit any of our branch offices near you to find out what the bank can offer you? You can also visit our website on www.fmbn.gov.ng to find out more about us, or call us on the number currently showing on your screens. Don't forget to make a date with us again next week, same time on the same station, for another exciting edition of the program. Until then, you can catch up on this and previous editions of the program on our social media handles showing on your screens. It's good night and God bless you.